Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. So guys, ignore the background noise. Today we're going to discuss the important recalls for chickenpox for the MRCOG2 exam. So first of all, we have this varicella zoster virus, which is responsible, and it is a DNA virus. And all the DNA viruses that we're concerned with are double-stranded, except for there's one DNA virus which is single-stranded. Which is that? That is parvovirus. You should know about that. Okay. Now, the next important thing is that the patient gives you a history of exposure to chickenpox, like a baby or a child who is having a rash and stuff like that. So she comes to you, and you are going to follow the whole algorithm. But the question is that what level of serum immunoglobulin (BCIG) is going to render immunity, and which one is not. So less than 100 means that you have to give her post-exposure prophylaxis. And now what do we use? We use acyclovir. We no longer give immunoglobulins as the first line. Okay, in the previous guidelines we used to give immunoglobulins, but now first line is acyclovir. And for treatment is also acyclovir. So if it's more than 100, then we say that she is immune, so we no longer do anything. We just reassure her. Unless she develops a rash, then we have to give treatment, right? We are right now talking about exposure and contact only. You should also know the definition of significant contact, which is 15 minutes in the same room or 5 minutes of face-to-face or contact in a large void. Okay. So what is post-exposure prophylaxis? Acyclovir. From when to when? From day 7 to day 14 of exposure we are going to give it. Okay. And we are going to tell the patient that she is infectious from day 8 to day 28 of contact. We have to tell her. She can shed, she can transmit the infection. She herself doesn't have a rash, but she is infectious. And what about the rash? Remember 2, then rash, then 5. So 48 hours before the appearance of rash, a patient is infectious, and she stays infectious for 5 days after the development of rash. We say that till the crusting of the lesions. So one other important question is that which women require hospital assessment. We know that hospital assessment or high risk admission is only required when there are complications. They can develop pneumonia, hepatitis, encephalitis, but still there are some patients who require hospital assessment even though they don't have a complication. What are them? The ones who are in third trimester or the second half of pregnancy, because they are relatively immunocompromised as the pregnancy progresses. If they have CLD, if they are smokers, if they are immunosuppressed, if they use corticosteroids in the last 3 months of their pregnancy, then we are most concerned with the fetal varicella syndrome. That is why if she develops chickenpox between 16 to 20 weeks, we're going to refer her to fetal medicine unit so that they can